Hey everyone, welcome to our deep dive today, all about paid advertising on
Yeah.
Shopify.
Yeah.
We're taking a look at this super helpful article from Marketing Lib,
Right.
and we really want to help you guys,
Mm.
really use this stuff for your stores.
Yeah.
Go beyond just the basics
Mm-hmm.
and get to the strategies that can actually make a difference
For sure.
to your bottom line.
To your sales.
Oh, and by the way, this deep dive is powered by Growth Suite.
Okay.
Growth Suite helps you run, those smart discount campaigns on your store.
Yes.
You can test it out for free on the Shopify App Store.
Absolutely.
Okay, so the article starts off, talking about what paid advertising is.
Yeah.
But it kind of like made me realize I hadn't thought about some of the core benefits.
Right.
It's not just about like throwing money at ads.
No. It's not just about chucking money at it and hoping for the best.
Yeah.
It's about control and strategy.
Right.
Think about like how much control you actually have with budget and timing.
Mm-hmm.
You decide how much you spend for how long. That's something that traditional advertising just can't do as easily,
Right.
especially when you factor in how quickly you can launch a campaign.
Yeah.
Imagine you've got a new product you're launching. Boom. Paid advertising lets you just hit the ground running.
Right.
You get your message out there fast.
Yeah.
And, we said you don't need like a massive budget to do it.
That speed element is something I hadn't really like fully considered.
Yeah.
Like being able to react in real time to trends or even customer feedback.
Exactly.
But what about getting in front of the right people?
Yeah.
That always seemed like the black magic part of paid advertising to me.
I mean, it used to be black magic, but nowadays it's not so much anymore.
Right.
And this is another key advantage the article brings up.
Yeah.
Targeting, measurability.
Hmm.
You see, unlike traditional advertising where you're essentially casting a wide net and you're just hoping for the best, online advertising lets you laser focus your efforts. You can get granular about who sees your ads,
Yeah.
making sure your message is actually resonating with the people most likely to become customers.
So it takes away so much of the guesswork.
Yeah.
You're not just, blindly throwing money at a billboard hoping people will see it and be interested.
Right.
You're strategically placing your message in front of people who are already predisposed to be interested in what you have to offer.
Exactly.
That's cool.
Super cool. And then there's the measurability factor.
Yeah.
With traditional advertising, it's often super hard to gauge the effectiveness of your campaigns.
Right.
But with online advertising,
Yeah.
you can track every single click,
Oh, wow.
every conversion,
Huh.
every interaction.
Oh.
You can see what's working and what's not.
Right.
And you can actually refine your strategies
Wow.
based on that data.
That makes a ton of sense.
Yeah.
It's like having this, this microscope on your marketing efforts,
Right.
letting you zoom in and see exactly what's happening.
I like that.
Now, you mentioned the auction model earlier.
Yeah.
That's the part that's always felt a bit intimidating to me.
Oh, yeah.
Like this invisible bidding war
Oh, totally.
going on behind the scenes.
Yes.
Can we kind of unpack that a bit?
Yeah, let's do it. You're right. It can seem a bit like a black box at first.
Yeah.
But it's honestly a pretty straightforward concept.
Right.
Think
Yeah.
of it like this. Every time someone searches for something on Google or they browse a website that's in your target market, an auction happens to decide which ads are going to be shown.
So every search, every page visit
Every single one.
triggers this mini auction.
Yeah.
Wow.
And this auction isn't just about having like the highest bid.
Okay.
It's also heavily influenced by something called quality score.
Quality score.
Think of it like a grade that Google or other platforms give your ad,
Mm-hmm.
based on its relevance, user experience, and expected click-through rate.
So it's not just about throwing money at the problem.
Mm.
You actually get rewarded for having a high-quality ad.
Exactly. A higher quality score means your ad is more likely to be shown in a prominent position,
Okay.
and you'll often pay less per click.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's a win-win.
So if I'm understanding this right, the platform actually wants you to create a good ad
Yes,
that people find useful.
exactly.
Okay.
It's in their best interest to show users the most relevant and helpful ads.
Mm-hmm.
So if your ad is well-crafted, targeted, and leads to a positive user experience, they're gonna reward you for it.
Okay, so the better your ad, the less it might cost you.
Potentially, yeah.
I need to remember that one.
Yeah.
Okay. But what about the different ways we can get those ads out there in the first place?
Yeah,
I know the article talks about 4 main models.
it does, yeah.
Search engine advertising,
Mm-hmm.
social media advertising,
Yeah.
display advertising,
Yes.
and this hybrid advertising.
And understanding these models, along with the auction and the quality score concepts we just talked about, that's key to choosing the right strategies for your store.
Okay.
We've got search engine advertising.
Yeah.
That's what most people think of first.
Okay.
Then we've got social media advertising,
Yeah.
display advertising,
Mm-hmm.
and lastly, hybrid advertising.
This is reminding me of that scene in a movie
Okay.
where, like, the spy gets to choose their weapon,
Yeah.
each with its own unique strength.
Right, exactly. You've got your silence pistol,
Exactly.
you've got your grappling hook,
Yeah.
and you've got, whatever else they choose.
Okay, so let's break each of these models down
Yeah, let's do it.
so our listener can pick the best tools for their arsenal.
Okay, let's start with search engine advertising. This is all about capturing people right when they're actively searching for products like yours.
Okay.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Someone searches for organic baby clothes, and
Mhm.
boom, your ad pops up.
Right at the top of the Google results page.
Exactly.
Okay, so we're talking keywords here.
Keywords, baby.
I'm guessing having a good understanding of what people are searching for is crucial.
It is absolutely paramount.
Yeah.
You need to know what terms people are using to find products in your niche.
Yeah.
And then you bid on those keywords, hoping to have your ad shown when someone searches for them.
Mhm.
But remember, it's not just about bidding high. It's about that quality score we talked about earlier.
So you could be outbid by someone with a lower bid
Yes,
if your ad is deemed more relevant and valuable
absolutely.
to the user.
Search engines, they want to provide the best possible experience for their users.
Right.
So they're going to favor ads that are highly relevant, engaging, and lead to a positive landing page experience.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
What about social media advertising?
Yeah.
I know platforms like Facebook and Instagram have become these advertising powerhouses.
Oh, they are huge. And what makes social media advertising so powerful is its incredible targeting capabilities.
Okay.
You can go way beyond just basic demographics.
Oh, wow.
You can target people based on their interests, behaviors, even the pages they like or the groups they belong to.
So if I'm selling those, organic baby clothes,
Yes,
I could target new parents.
you got it.
People who follow eco-conscious brands.
Yep.
Or maybe even, those who have engaged with content about healthy living.
Exactly. It's all about finding your ideal customer,
Yeah.
putting your message right in front of them.
Right.
And the great thing about social media advertising is that it's very visual.
Yeah.
You can showcase those baby clothes with high-quality images, videos, creating an emotional connection that's harder to achieve with just text ads.
Right. That visual element is
Yeah.
key.
Yeah.
Especially when you're dealing with products that have a strong, aesthetic appeal, like clothing.
Absolutely.
Now, what about display advertising? I'll admit, I kind of tune those banner ads out
I do too.
when I'm browsing websites.
Yeah.
Are they actually effective?
They can be.
Okay.
Display advertising is all about brand awareness, reaching a wider audience.
Okay.
It's less about targeting specific keywords
Yeah.
and more about getting your brand in front of people who might be interested in your products, even if they're not actively searching for them at that moment.
So it's more about casting a wide net.
It is.
Hoping to catch the attention of people who might not even know they need your product yet.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's about planting a seed, so to speak.
Right.
You're placing your ads on relevant websites, blogs, or even apps frequented by your target audience. You might not see immediate conversions,
Okay.
but you're building brand recognition and familiarity, which can pay off in the long run.
So it's a long game.
It is.
Kind of like building a reputation over time.
Exactly.
Okay. Let's talk about that fourth model you mentioned.
Yes.
Hybrid advertising. What's that all about?
Hybrid advertising is where things get really, really interesting.
Okay.
It's essentially a combination of multiple channels,
Okay.
all working together to achieve a common goal.
Mm.
Google's Performance Max campaigns are a great example of this.
Okay.
They combine search,
Mhm.
display,
Okay.
YouTube,
Wow.
Gmail,
Right.
and even Discover to reach your audience across that entire Google ecosystem.
Wow, that sounds powerful.
It is powerful.
But also maybe a bit overwhelming to manage.
It can be. It's definitely a more advanced approach to paid advertising.
Right.
It requires careful planning and ongoing optimization,
Okay.
but the potential rewards,
Yeah.
huge. You're leveraging the strength of multiple channels
Right.
to reach your target audience at different points in their customer journey.
So for someone just starting out,
Mm-hmm.
it might make sense to focus on one or two of those core models
Yeah,
before diving into the hybrid approach.
that's generally a good idea.
Okay.
Start with what you're comfortable with and what aligns best with your goals at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then as you gain experience and confidence, you can explore those more advanced strategies.
This is reminding me that paid advertising really ISS, an art and a science.
It is.
Not just throwing money at ads.
You got it.
It requires strategic thinking, creativity, and that willingness to constantly analyze and adapt.
Could not have said it better myself.
Before we move on, I just want to remind everyone that this deep dive is powered by Growth Suite,
Yes.
a Shopify app that can be, a game changer when it comes to running those smart discount campaigns we talked about earlier.
Right. With Growth Suite, you can automate your discount campaigns.
Mm-hmm.
You can segment your audience for more targeted promotions.
Okay.
And even A/B test different offers to see what performs best.
Wow.
It takes a lot of the guesswork out of running successful discount campaigns.
Sounds like an invaluable tool for any Shopify store owner
Yeah.
looking to streamline their marketing efforts.
100%.
And the best part is you can test it out for free.
That's right.
Just head over to the Shopify App Store.
Yep.
And give it a try.
Yeah.
You might be surprised how much you can boost your sales.
You never know until you try it.
Now let's dive into the nitty-gritty
Yes.
of how to actually create a successful paid advertising campaign.
Okay.
I know the article lays out like a 4-step roadmap,
Yeah,
and I think breaking that down will be super valuable
I think so too.
for our listener.
Definitely.
Okay, sounds good. Let's unpack those 4 steps.
Let's do it.
Starting with, well, what's the first thing our listener needs to know?
It might seem counterintuitive, but the first step actually happens before you even touch an ad platform.
Okay.
It's all about planning.
Okay.
And the core of that is having a clear sales funnel in place.
Okay. I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
A lot of people probably think, they just need to make a catchy ad, and that's it.
Yeah, that's a common misconception.
Yeah.
A successful paid advertising campaign, it's like a well-oiled machine with each part working in harmony
Right.
to move potential customers towards a purchase.
Okay.
The sales funnel maps out that journey.
Mm-hmm.
It defines the steps a customer takes from the moment they first become aware of your brand all the way to the moment they complete a purchase.
So before even crafting the ad,
Yeah.
our listener needs to know how they want people to move through that entire process.
Yes.
From initial awareness to becoming a paying customer.
Think of it like building a roadmap
Okay.
for your customer journey.
Okay.
Where do you want people to first encounter your brand?
Mm-hmm.
What actions do you want them to take along the way?
Yeah.
What information do they need to make an informed purchase?
Right.
By mapping this out beforehand, you can make sure that your ads are strategically aligned with your overall business goals.
That makes so much sense. It's like having a blueprint
It is.
for your advertising efforts, making sure everything is working towards that common goal.
Exactly.
Okay, what's the next step on this roadmap?
Step 2 is all about your creators and landing pages.
Okay.
This is where you bring your brand to life and make that all-important first impression.
I'm guessing quality is key here.
Absolutely. High-quality visuals, compelling ad copy, and a seamless user experience. It's crucial.
Right.
Remember, we talked about quality score earlier.
Yeah.
This is where it really comes into play.
Okay.
A poorly designed ad
Hmm?
or a clunky landing page
Yeah.
can tank your quality score,
Right.
leading to higher ad costs
Yeah.
and lower conversions.
So not only does a high-quality ad potentially cost less,
Right.
but it also helps guide people through that sales funnel that we've already carefully planned out.
Think about it from the user's perspective.
Okay.
They see your ad,
Mm-hmm.
they click on it,
Yeah.
and they land on a page that's slow to load, confusing to navigate, or it just doesn't align with the ad's message.
Right.
What are they going to do?
Yeah.
They're going to bounce.
Right. That's a wasted click.
Wasted money.
Wasted money.
Potentially a missed customer.
Yeah. Okay. Step 3.
Step 3 is all about tracking.
Okay.
You launched your campaign.
Yeah.
People are clicking on your ads,
Right.
but you need to know what happens after that click.
Right.
Without data, you're essentially flying blind.
So set up those analytics, make sure everything is working properly.
Yes. Tools like Google Analytics and the Facebook Pixel, they're your best friends here.
Right.
They provide invaluable insights
Mm-hmm.
into how people are interacting with your ads,
Right.
how they're navigating your website,
Okay.
and what's driving conversions.
I know a lot of people get intimidated by analytics,
Oh, yeah.
but it sounds like it's really just about getting a clear picture
It is.
of what's working and what's not.
Exactly. It's about understanding the customer journey,
Mm-hmm.
identifying bottlenecks,
Right.
and spotting opportunities for improvement.
Yeah.
Are people dropping off at a certain point in the sales funnel?
Okay.
Are they clicking on your ads but not making a purchase? Right.
Data can help you answer these questions
Mm-hmm.
and make informed decisions about how to optimize your campaigns.
It's almost like data gives you superpowers,
It does.
letting you see things you wouldn't be able to otherwise.
Yeah.
Okay, bring us home. What's the fourth and final step?
Step 4 is where the rubber meets the road.
Huh.
Analyzing and optimizing. This is an ongoing process,
Okay.
a continuous cycle of refinement
Mm-hmm.
based on the data you're gathering.
So it's not a set it and forget it kind of thing.
No.
Paid advertising is a living, breathing thing that needs constant attention
Yes.
and tweaking.
The market's constantly changing.
Right.
Your audience's preferences are evolving.
Yeah.
And your competitors, they're always trying to one-up you
Right.
by continuously analyzing your data
Mm-hmm.
and making adjustments to your campaigns. You can stay ahead of the curve
Yeah.
and maximize your return on investment.
This is where it all comes together, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You've got your plan.
You've got your high-quality creatives and landing pages. You're tracking in place.
Yes.
And now you're using data to make those laser-focused improvements.
Right. And this is also where a deep understanding of the different paid advertising models we talked about earlier becomes so crucial.
Right.
Knowing the nuances of each model, their strengths, their weaknesses,
Mm-hmm.
allows you to make smarter optimization decisions.
Can you give us an example
Yeah.
of how that might play out in the real world?
Sure. Let's say you're running a campaign on Google Ads,
Okay.
and you notice that a particular keyword is driving a lot of traffic,
Yeah.
but very few conversions.
Okay.
You dive deeper into the data, and you realize that the landing page for that keyword isn't aligned with the ad's message. It's a simple fix,
Right.
but it could make a huge difference in your conversion rate.
It's like that saying, measure twice, cut once,
Yeah,
but for marketing.
precisely. Data gives you the insights you need to make informed decisions
Right.
and avoid those costly mistakes.
You know, it's funny. We started this deep dive talking about how paid advertising is often seen as just throwing money at ads.
Yeah,
But what we've really been talking about is strategy,
yeah,
planning,
yeah.
creativity, data analysis.
Mm.
It's so much more than just throwing money at the problem.
You've hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
Successful paid advertising requires a holistic approach.
Right.
It's about understanding your audience,
Yeah.
crafting compelling messages,
Mm-hmm.
optimizing your campaigns,
Yeah.
and constantly adapting to that ever-changing landscape of online marketing.
And that's exactly what our sponsor Growth Suite is all about, right?
That's right.
Helping Shopify store owners navigate this complex world of online marketing.
Growth Suite simplifies so much of this process,
Mm-hmm.
allowing you to focus on what you do best, creating amazing products,
Right.
and delivering exceptional customer experiences.
I'm sensing a theme here. Data is key,
It is.
but data without action is useless.
Yes, 100%.
I think our listeners are starting to see how all these pieces fit together.
Yeah.
What else should they know before we wrap this up?
Well, the article also addresses some common questions
Okay.
that people have about paid advertising,
Hmm.
and I think tackling those could be really helpful for our listener.
Okay, great. Let's dive into those questions.
Let's do it.
and see what insights we can uncover.
Okay.
Great. Let's dive into those questions and see what insights we can uncover. The first one that jumped out at me, and I bet it's on everyone's mind, is the question of cost. How much does paid advertising actually cost?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It is.
And the truth is, there's no easy answer.
Right.
It depends on so many factors. Your industry, your target audience, the competitiveness of your keywords, the quality of your ads, the platform you're using.
Mm-hmm.
It can range from a few dollars a day to thousands of dollars a month.
So how does our listener even begin to figure out what's reasonable for their business?
It starts with setting clear goals and understanding your budget constraints.
Right.
What are you hoping to achieve with paid advertising?
Mm-hmm.
Are you looking to drive brand awareness, generate leads, or boost sales?
Okay.
Once you know what you want to accomplish, you can start to research different platforms and ad formats to get a sense of average costs.
So it's back to that planning stage again.
Mm.
Don't just jump into running ads without a clear understanding of what you want to achieve.
Yeah.
And what you're willing to spend.
Exactly. And this is where that data we talked about earlier becomes so valuable. By tracking your campaigns carefully, you can start to see what's giving you the best return on investment.
Okay.
Maybe you find that Facebook ads are more effective for your target audience than Google ads or vice versa. The key is to experiment, analyze, and adjust your strategy based on what the data is telling you.
It's almost like paid advertising is this constant process of learning and refining, isn't it?
It absolutely is.
Yeah.
The online marketing landscape is constantly evolving, so you need to be willing to adapt and stay ahead of the curve.
Speaking of learning, the article also had a question about which metrics to track.
Yes.
I imagine there's a whole bunch of data you could look at.
Oh, yeah.
But what should our listener prioritize when they're just starting out?
For someone new to paid advertising, I'd recommend focusing on a few key metrics.
Okay.
Impressions, clicks, click-through rate, conversion rate, and cost per conversion.
Okay. Let's break those down. Impressions. That's just how many times your ad is shown, right?
Right. It's a measure of visibility.
All right.
How many people are potentially seeing your message?
And clicks are, well, pretty self-explanatory how many people are actually clicking on your ad. What about click-through rate?
Click-through rate is the percentage of people who see your ad and actually click on it.
Okay.
It's a good indicator of how compelling and relevant your ad is to your target audience. A high CTR generally means you're doing a good job of capturing attention, enticing people to learn more.
So it's not just about getting your ad seen. It's about making sure it's actually resonating with people enough for them to take that next step.
Exactly. And then we have conversion rate, which is arguably the most important metric of all.
Okay.
It tells you how many people are actually completing your desired action, whether that's making a purchase, signing up for a newsletter, or downloading an app.
So it's all about getting people to take that final step,
Yes,
that action that actually moves the needle for your business.
precisely. And lastly, we have cost per conversion, which tells you how much you're spending to acquire each customer or conversion. This is a crucial metric for understanding the overall profitability of your campaigns.
Okay, so our listener has a solid grasp on those key metrics. But what if they're seeing a lot of traffic, but no sales? That's a question that the article brings up, and I bet it's a common frustration.
It definitely is. And it usually boils down to a conversion problem, not an advertising problem.
Okay.
People are finding your website, but something is preventing them from making a purchase.
What are some of the common culprits in this scenario?
One possibility is that your targeting is off.
Okay.
You might be driving traffic to your website, but it's not the right traffic. People who aren't actually interested in your products are unlikely to convert no matter how great your website is.
So it's back to that initial planning stage again,
Yeah.
making sure you're reaching the right people
Yeah,
with the right message.
exactly. Another possibility is that your landing page isn't optimized for conversions. It might be confusing to navigate, slow to load, or simply not compelling enough to entice people to buy.
I imagine there's also a disconnect sometimes between the ad itself and the landing page.
Oh, yeah.
Like if your ad promises a certain discount, but the landing page doesn't mention it.
Absolutely. Consistency is key. You want to create a seamless experience from the moment someone clicks on your ad to the moment they hopefully make a purchase.
Right.
Any disconnect along the way can lead to drop-offs and lost sales.
It's like we were saying earlier. Paid advertising is all about creating a well-oiled machine with each part working together smoothly.
Right. And it's important to remember that even small tweaks can make a big difference. Maybe it's changing a call to action button from learn more to buy now, or adding some testimonials to your landing page to build trust and credibility.
This has been such a valuable deep dive. I feel like we've really unpacked the complexities of paid advertising for Shopify, but in a way that's actionable and empowering.
I agree. And I think the key takeaway for our listener is this. Paid advertising can be an incredibly powerful tool for growing your business, but it requires a strategic and data-driven approach. Don't be afraid to experiment, analyze your results, and constantly refine your strategies.
And don't forget, you don't have to go it alone. Tools like Growth Suite can simplify the process and help you make the most of your paid advertising efforts.
Exactly. Growth Suite can be a game changer for any Shopify store owner looking to automate their campaigns, segment their audience, and optimize their discounts for maximum impact.
Before we wrap up, I want to leave our listener with a thought-provoking question. We've talked about the different paid advertising models: search, social media, display, hybrid. Which one do you think would be the best fit for your unique product and target audience? Take some time to consider the strengths and weaknesses of each model and how they align with your overall business goals.
That's a great point to ponder. And remember, it's not always about choosing just one. You might find that a combination of models works best for your business. The key is to be strategic, data-driven, and always willing to adapt.
Well, that brings us to the end of our deep dive into paid advertising for Shopify. A huge thank you to you, expert speaker, for sharing your expertise and insights.
It was my pleasure.
And to our listener, thanks for joining us on this journey. We hope you've gained valuable knowledge and feel empowered to take your Shopify marketing to the next level. Remember, paid advertising done right can be a game changer. Now go out there and put what you've learned into action. This deep dive was powered by Growth Suite. Growth Suite helps you to run smart discount campaigns on your store. Test it for free on your Shopify store. Just land on the Shopify App Store now and test it for free.